Warning: the following images you are about to see were not drawn by a third grader and may cause mild headaches, heart failure, and/or melting eyeballs. Viewer discretion is advised.
So after logging in and deciding to give the game a second shot, someone was nice enough to help me out in my starting days. You know, that's very rare in the community these days, people trying to help out and all that. You never see that anymore. But I can't remember what their name was, but they taught me how to mine, you know. They taught me, like, they gave me an iron pickaxe and everything. And they took me down to the Lumbridge mine, you know, the one we all started out at. I'm sure everybody else started there. But he taught me about mining copper and tin and how to make bronze bars and stuff. Which, you know, of course you do learn in the tutorial, but let's be honest, who actually even pays attention to tutorials anymore? But after he taught me about all this mining and all this making bars and shit, we sort of kind of lost contact because me being the noob and not really knowing how to play the game, I didn't really know how to add friends at the time, so we pretty much lost touch. But basically all I did for 2 weeks after he taught me this was just make bronze bars. And then the funniest thing, I would go to the Lumbridge Castle and I would stand in the courtyard and, you know, I would just spam for like, it was like probably like an hour at a time where I would just say selling bronze bars, you know, and finally, you know, someone would like come up to me. You know, I got all kinds of offers from like people trading me gems to like fire runes to just little amounts of gold, you know, and it's like, it was just random items that, you know, probably somebody picked up at the general store or whatever. But, you know, after I did that for a while, I would mine 14 of each ore, and then I would run all the way up to the furnace in Lumbridge, make only 14 bars, and then sell those at a time. Like, I didn't know about noting shit, using the bank and all that. So, you know, it's just funny. Like, you know, like I said, looking back on these things, it's just hilarious to me now how I know how to play the game, like, for real now, and just looking back on things like that, how much of a noob I was, and it's just funny. Like I said, after getting 40 mining, you know, I had someone tell me, like, why are you down here mining these? You know, you could be making tons of money mining iron ore. I was like, what the hell is iron ore? You know, I didn't know any of this shit. I was like, this is news to me. I was like, so I sort of got on searching around, did a little bit of research, and I found that there's like iron ore in Al-Kharid. And so I was like, you know what, if there's money to be made, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I was heading over to Al-Kharid, and that fucking gate, we all, back in the day, that getting that 10 GP to enter was such a bitch, you know, like. And the worst part of it was, at the time, I was still level 3, so I couldn't kill the goblins for the money, so I would just literally follow people around and just ask for 10 GP, and it took probably like 10 minutes at a time just to get the 10 fucking GP to get through there, and it was such a bitch. And then, I felt like such a loser, and it's so funny because everybody else probably did the same exact thing that I did. But, you know, after finally getting 10 GP from someone and getting in, I went to the mine, and there's those fucking scorpions, and being a level 3, they would only attack me. You know, everybody else was sort of higher combat, and I was just a level 3 getting attacked. And back then, you know, I didn't know that shit became unaggressive depending on your combat level. So I would be sitting in there. I was like, why the fuck are these things not attacking anybody else? It's just me. And so, like, I would maneuver around rocks and shit and, like, twist and bend my way and lure. I was a fucking master lurer with these fucking scorpions back in the day. But eventually they would somehow find their way to attacking me all the time. Like, I would finally get one lured around, you know, wouldn't be able to attack me, and then just another one would swoop on in, and it was just like, fuck. And so after dying there, like, thousands of times, you know, you spawn back in Lumbridge, try to get back, guess what you need again? Another fucking 10 GP. And it's just a vicious cycle. It was such a bitch. Until eventually someone told me that you had to be 27 combat for the scorpions to be non-aggressive. And so that there started my journey to getting to level 27 combat.